let's just get this going. Hasan Parker, for those of you guys who aren't aware, there was a quip from Twitch that blew up, and essentially it's Hasan's dog Kaya. Apparently they like stepped off their bed from the background, and then Hasan reaches over to seemingly shock the dog with like a shock collar. It was like a remote control thing or whatever. Now at the time I looked at it and I was like, I don't know. I mean, there's not really enough evidence to say that it was a shock collar. But a couple things, there's been a lot of interesting developments on this story. I think there's a couple of developments after this Internet Versus video. But yeah, let's just get this party farted.
Last night, a video blew up online of Hasan allegedly using a shock collar on his dog.
Kaya,
oh no!
please just fucking go.
Yeah, that is very suspicious, by the way. Like, notice how Hasan reaches over. I'm gonna play that one more time so you guys can actually, like, see that. Watch this.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Many on.
Yeah, like, he reached over to, like, push something, and then the dog, like, completely, like, barks. Now, again, we don't know if Hasan actually used, like, a legitimate shock collar. Now, I'm gonna give my take on, like, the ethics of using shock collars on animals. I tend to care a lot for animals, more so than human beings even, to be honest with you. Like, a lot more than human beings, because I think animals have a certain innocence to them, but human beings, not so much, because there's a lot of dog shit human beings in the world. Who just provide absolutely nothing to society. So I tend to be sympathetic with animals because they just have like a certain innocence to them. And so I side against using shock collars. I don't think there is any ethical context you can use shock collars. Now, vibration collars are different. I'm going to explain the difference between the two. Shock collars are inherently designed to inflict pain on people. Right? Like, they've been used as torture devices in history on human beings. And then for vibration collars, it's, like, no different than, like, playing a video game on the console and your controller vibrating, essentially. It would be no different. You would feel that, but except it's on your neck. Right? There's a difference between the two. Now, vibration collars, there are some uses for vibration collars, and so that's not quite the same thing as, like, straight up sending voltages into your neck to inflict pain. And I think there is a difference between the two. So, I don't know, I mean, this blew up. Again, there was never really enough evidence, and there still technically really isn't enough evidence that Hasan legitimately used, like, an actual shock collar. So, I was kind of on the fence about it for a while, and I still kind of am, but it's still a developing story, and I feel like it's just worth talking about on the channel.
Line immediately posted about this, like Ethan Klein, who went on his Instagram story and accused Hasan of animal abuse. And he and others also began posting evidence of Akaya's collar, showing what appears to be a green flashing light, indicating that it's a shock collar. However,
It's very interesting.
Hasan himself denies these allegations, saying he assumes she must have stepped funny or clipped her paw on something, causing her to yelp. Anissa Joma also came to defend Hasan.
Of course, our favorite Hasan cum guzzler, Anissa Joma, aka Ian Washburn's wife,
on Twitter and go after Ethan Klein, accusing him of being a bad dog owner.
It's so interesting because Ethan Klein, if I guarantee you, if Ethan Klein was the one using, like, a vibration collar, the snarkers and people within Hasan's orbit would have such a different take on this situation. They would immediately go after Ethan Klein. They would immediately accuse him of animal abuse and jump to that conclusion. I'm telling you right now, they would have such a different take on this topic. But the fact that it's Hasan doing it, they have to find every single way to sweep for him. I am convinced at this point that Hasan could literally murder a woman live on Twitch and commit the most horrific sexual act on her you could think of, and Hasan's chat and Hasan's orbiters will still find a way to sweep for him. I guarantee it. They'll be like, no, it was staged! It was totally staged! It never actually happened!
With this, Hasan's fans and subreddit argued that it's not a shock collar, but rather an AirTag collar, and that people are believing things with no evidence. I'll show you the—
Yeah, I mean, I agree there wasn't enough evidence to support that it actually was a shock collar, if you want to argue in good faith. I do agree. And there still technically really isn't right now. But, I mean, it's— yeah, I don't know. I still feel like it's a— what this situation is, the unfortunate reality of this situation is what it's really going to boil down to is Hasan is going to, like, even if it is a shock collar, Hasan's going to be fine. Like, Hasan's orbiters and Hasan's fans are very strong, and, like, even if like, let's just say it's the worst possible case and they believed it was true, they're still gonna sweep for him. I mean, Hasan doesn't give a shit. This is the same guy who literally doesn't fucking follow a BDS list and pretends to be like one of the biggest advocates for Palestinians. I mean, he can't even stop drinking soda, which is on a BDS list, and he doesn't even make an effort to stream on other platforms other than Twitch, which is like owned by Amazon, which is on the BDS list as well. Hasan makes no effort to stop any of these
clips and all of the internet's reactions and let you be the judge. Welcome to the internet versus Hasan's shock collar incident. It starts when Ignignoct posts on the livestream fail subreddit, Hasan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
It's crazy.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Damn. That's crazy work. I mean, listen, I would say a lot of things point in the direction of it being a shock collar, or at the very least a vibration collar. I don't know if a vibration collar would cause that much, like, pain, would it? Like, I don't think it would cause enough pain to the point where it would bark. And, like, what would the dog realistically trip on? Like, that was the excuse Hasan used at first. Like, the dog tripped on something. Like, what would it possibly trip on? I don't fully understand.
It's just... You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
And then Cumguzzler replies, your mom spoils her because she lets her stand up. Hamilton says, imagine letting your dog walk around the house. Anarchy. And Simple Champ says, my dog ran once. It was heartbreaking, but I had to put her down. What choice did I have? If I let that stand, next thing you know, she'd be wanting to chase squirrels and play fetch. Unacceptable.
Crazy work.
Poland replies, they are permanently banning people now for talking about it. Losers.
That's crazy. I do think there needs to... I don't know, man. It's like I don't know if it's like the livestream fail subreddit or any other subreddits, but they literally just ban people for even just like speaking their thoughts on the situation. They're not even like saying anything like extreme. Again, I agree that there wasn't really, like, enough evidence that Hasan used, like, a legitimate shock collar. I still think it's disgusting. Like, if it was a shock collar, that's fucking disgusting, and it shows, at the very least, he has a disregard for animals. And I do think Hasan does have a disregard for animals, but at this point, it's like, Hasan doesn't give a shit. Like, Hasan thinks he could do anything and get away with it. Like, his ego is so fucking large, and he, like, knows that, like, people are gonna sweep for him endlessly.
And Vivian says, yup, I'm a regular in his chat and got permabanned for asking about this clip. And Filthbot says, Hasan, I have no control over my chat, Ethan Piker's mods when any substantial criticism comes up. Ekodal says, why is he triggered at his dog just walking around? And Technoprimitive replies, look at how carefully manufactured that room is. His dog is just another one of his props. And my account was shut for Norsen says, poor dog actually looks at him in fear twice, thinking about leaving, but knows what'll happen. Then it does happen. And
I do think it's also very strange how, like, Hasan has the dog literally just there for the entire, like, 4 or 5 hours of the stream. Like, I think there was, like, a LSF clip where it was, like, a time-lapse of Hasan's entire 4 to 5 hour stream, and the dog was just there in that single place the entire time. I do think that's very strange. Like, the dog, it's almost like the dog is trained not to go anywhere but that spot.
well, not ornaments. Cheesy Braun says, what the fuck is wrong with him? And Zavehai replies, Hasan is actively a terrible person constantly. This isn't even that shocking.
Ooh, got him!
And Shippy Dota says, the dog would like a word with you. Over on Twitter, Nyla screenshots the livestream fail thread and captions it by saying, he doesn't use a shock collar, by the way.
Who the fuck is this Nyla person? Like, I feel, isn't this like Nyla person like a mod in Hasan's chat or something? I have no idea who this Nyla person is.
But alas,
I feel like I've seen them before though.
The brigade has begun, Lamau. The two posts of these lies and their like ratios and literal minutes of posting. Attaching the post by Ignignoct that we looked at, showing 3.6k likes down here in 46 minutes. And this other post by Josh Joshson 53 minutes ago, and this is 5.2k likes. Mischa says, people have no critical thinking skills and just believe everything they see. Hasan literally...
I agree, I could say the same about his super far left spaces as well.
He said when a
I'm moderate left leaning, by the way, for those of you who don't know.
chatter came in and asked, he repeated yet again he doesn't use a shock collar. She absolutely does move around.
Because I feel like my criticism of like far left people, like that could be mistaken as like me being a fucking alt-right grifter or something like that, which I'm not, so.
found she's just been spoiled by his mom and has ignored training. Nicandros tweets out, highly amused by the notion that Hasan Piker would have a bespoke button installed into his desk to abuse his dog.
Well, wouldn't it be remote controlled? It wouldn't necessarily be, like, built into his desk.
Bzzz, 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 bzzz. Bzzz. Peace says in our members only Discord, I can tell you the dog got shocked. He views the dog as nothing more than a prop. He stated that the dog is a spoiled baby for wanting to roam around the house. And Pyrotrain Thing also says in our members only Discord, it's definitely a shock collar. There's a clip where Kaya is leaving the room and Hasan pauses mid-sentence to look at Kaya and she returns to her bed that's shoved in a corner next to posters. Anyone who thinks their pet shouldn't wander around a house and has to be on camera or near the owner for whatever reason should not be allowed to own pets. I despise this St. Peter's baby.
True.
Also, if you want to join our public Discord, it's linked in the description, and tier 2 and higher members to the channel get access to upcoming topics and can potentially weigh in for future videos.
That's a pretty good incentive to have, like, members on the channel do that shit. That's pretty cool.
But back to the video. Over on H3H3 Productions, Everyone Calls Me York also posts the clip with the caption, is Hasan shocking his show dog to keep her in camera view? Please, someone tell me that there's a better way to interpret this clip a friend just sent me. And Baked Barista replies, I've always hated how often he yells at her to stay in her place. That sweet large animal needs to be able to roam and stretch and play. This 100% looks like she yelped from a shock collar. And Soulbots replies, does he really force her to stay in the background during his entire stream? Surely he or someone has to take her out to go potty at least. And Baked Barista says, I've never watched an entire stream because I don't hate myself, but she's there in most of the clips I see. Ahoy Captain says, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I thought before watching this that, okay, this is too far, this is some snark shit.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I saw the clip. I mean, like, I thought it was going to be a little bit overblown, and it kind of is, because it's like, I don't know, there's still not enough proof of anything. I know Hasan showed the shot collar, allegedly, but that's not going to, like, disprove anything. It's just, because, I don't know, there's too many variables in this situation to say it was definitively a shot collar. It most likely was. Like, I'd say it most likely was, and I think that's gross, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I guess maybe part of it is, like, I'm kind of just fatigued with Hasan. You know what I mean, if that makes sense? Like, I feel like Hasan has just done so much bad shit that it's, like, I can understand why people don't think this is as big of a deal as, like, it actually is, you know? Because, like, Hasan has done so much bad shit. I mean, like, he literally admitted to going to a fucking P. Diddy party earlier this year, and his fans still watch him. And he, like, said that, like, there was a video being shown of, like, a supposedly attractive little girl and shit. He was, like, saying some really fucking weird shit. He said a lot of, like, really weird sus shit. And he's also, like, Hasan is not a good person either way. So it's just, like, one of those things where it's, like, I think I'm just fatigued. It's, like, like, what more can you say about Hasan that, like, is convincing that he's a good or a bad person? Because he's not a good person.
And then actually watch the clip. I am trying to be charitable here, but that was
I do think there's a weird double standard on Twitch. I remember years back, some guy who accidentally dropped his catfish got permanently banned for animal abuse. But if Hasan legitimately did use a shot collar, then suddenly I guess that's okay. If it's confirmed to be used as a shot collar, I think Twitch will suddenly think that's okay, I guess. Or they'll at most ban him on, like, for a day and then ban him on his day off, because again, Hasan is Twitch's golden boy.
Fucked. Even his own chat saw how fucked that was. And Proburst replies, I had the same line of thought. Nah, this is fake. Turn to, oh my god, within 20 seconds. And Sweet Jesus Nipples replies, the fact that his first knee-jerk reaction before anything else was to shock her shows how often and normal it probably is for him to shock her on a regular basis for minor things like this. He slept up and did it on screen. Yo boy Higgins says, I feel like there has to be some missing context here, like she's supposed to be recovering from an injury or something. And Shevis for 2069 replies, no way. It's easier for the narrative if we can paint Hasan as some over-the-top cartoonishly evil villain. That's what this sub is for. And Rusty Tetanus Spork replies, he is a piece of shit at that tier. Bro is literally friends with terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, he's a terrorist sympathizer. He interviewed the Houthi pirate months ago.
Yeet also tweets out the clip with the caption, Hasan's dog Akaya yelps after he appeared to reach for something while telling her to get back in place. And Frank Hassel replies,
yeah, it's the same clip, I believe.
Imagine what happens off camera. Sensitive Society says, what a piece of shit he is. I knew he was bad, but doing this to a dog because it wasn't staying still? He's not a fucking prop. That's a dog, you retard.
Whoa! Bad word! No!
At Hasan. Me says, dude is electrocuting his dog.
That's another bad word.
Big Tone says, you don't understand. Destiny and Ethan Klein make me shock
Ethan Klein.
color my dog to make sure she stays in frame of my Twitch streams at all times. Viva Frey says, if I had to guess, I would say the reaction of a shock collar. I think you can even see Hasan reaching for something, which I suspect was the shocker right before the dog yelps.
Yeah, I mean, it is very conspicuous, right? Like, Hasan reaching over and, like, using whatever, like, a remote-controlled device is to, like, shock the dog. It's very strange. It's all, like, very weirdly conspicuous shit. I don't know, man. It's very strange stuff.
Laura Loomer replies to Yeet by saying, you can tell a lot by a person by watching how they treat animals. You are a bad person, Hasan.
Wow, crazy.
Chris the Narc quote tweets Yeet by saying, welcome back, Kiro the Wolf. Tectone quote tweets Yeet and says, disgusting fucking F-slur.
Bro, what is Tectone doing? How do people sit down and actually watch Tectone? Literally, Tectone's entire strategy is just saying slurs for attention. This is what his content strategy has been for the entire fucking year. All Tectone does is just, like, says slurs and rage baits on Twitter for attention. That has been Tectone's entire content strategy. And, like, he decides to stick his, like, neck in the drama sphere, but the moment somebody claps back at Tectone, the moment someone goes after Tectone, suddenly he, like, makes videos on his YouTube channel being like, I gotta take a break, you know, you have no idea what you've created, and, like, he'll post, like, edgy pictures of himself. And he'll just, like, I don't know, like, he's just so, like, he just can't handle the heat when it comes to him. Like, Tectone is one of those people that can dish it out but can't take it. It's just so fucking strange. It's like, Tectone is just so pathetic. Ugh.
Using your dog as a prop. Shocking him to stay in place. What an absolute scumfuck piece of shit.
How much do you guys want to bet that Tectone actually doesn't really care about this? He's just using it as an excuse to dunk on Hasan.
Has the setting up so high that the dog fucking cries. Hasan gets worse every day. He'll say this is out of context, he'll get away with it again, and worst of all, Twitch will once again do nothing. And Base Takes replies, not defending him, I hate the guy. I don't know any history of the dog, but this clip looks like normal spot training to me. I've had all my dogs professionally trained and this is what we were taught to do. And Tectone replies, my dog was also professionally trained. A shock collar should feel like a gentle to firm touch, not a setting so high that it fucking screams. Do not make excuses for this.
I mean, it's obvious that the shot color setting was too high. I'm pretty sure, like, a shot color can also be changed to a point. You can change the setting to the point where it doesn't hurt at all, but it's very obvious that the setting is way too high. And, that's, like, very, I don't know, man. Like, me personally, I would never use a shot collar on a dog. I just feel like it's just not morally ethical. But there are contexts where you could use, like, a vibration collar.
And Base Takes replies, I don't know. My trainer said they will yelp if it startles them. It's like a TENS unit. It doesn't actually cause them harm unless you are doing a continuous push, and then that's abuse. But if I haven't corrected my dogs in a while and I do it, it startles them and they yelp. Madam Savvy quotes the clip and says, excuse me, what? He has the setting way too high if she yelps like that for the shock collar. But what this does is prove he keeps the dog on screen as a prop. She isn't even allowed to come say hi or move around. Not allowed to roam the house? Why? Is she so poorly trained she gets into things? Even the fact that she immediately retreats back to place setting, that tells me no, she is quite well trained, but it seems out of fear. Hasan, if you aren't going to take care of your dog or if she is such a burden to you, I will happily take her and give her the freedom she deserves. It's a Gundam reply.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's like, it's just fucking crazy because, like, Hasan, I will keep saying this, like, Hasan has done so much bad shit and people have sweeped for him so many times. Like, I am convinced that Hasan could fucking rape and murder a woman live on Twitch and, like, people would find a way to sweep for him. They'll probably say something like, oh, but, it was staged. It's not actually real. He's not actually raping the woman. He's not actually killing the woman. It was all staged. Oh, it was a blow-up doll or something. Or, oh, it was a mannequin. Oh, okay.
If that dog has a shock collar on, this might be the one thing that wakes his fan base up to the selfish prick he is.
Well, no, they're still sweeping for him. Unfortunately, that didn't age too well, Mr. Gundam.
Los Pollos quotes Yeet and says, "Fuck you, Hasan. Shock collaring that innocent dog for no reason just because he wants to walk around? That's not a fucking prop for your stream background. That's a living being. You're a sick fuck." Edward replies, "Bro zapped the poor dog, no hezzy, live in front of 40K because it wanted to stretch its legs. He definitely does worse off camera." And Lo says, "Fucking disgusting."
Probably. I mean, if he's comfortable, like, shocking the dog or whatever, then I feel like he... Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, typically you're going to have, like, a filter on stream normally, and so, like, you take that filter off once the camera turns off.
Joseph replies with this meme, where it's a soy jack saying, "Please, father, I need to get up and walk out of frame. It's been 6 hours of you screaming next to me and stressing me out." And then Hasan clicking the shock collar button. Jay says, "Shock collar shortcut on the Elgato is insanity." Laura Loomer also quote tweets Yeet by saying, "Just when I thought I couldn't hate Hasan more than I already do, this piece of shit shocked his innocent dog while on livestream. No surprise given how Muslims treat dogs."
What the fuck is this Laura Loomer person? The fuck? The fuck is this Laura Loomer person? What is going on?
How come Twitch is allowing animal abuse on the platform? This is really abusive behavior. His dog should be taken away from him.
So true. It's all the Muslims' faults.
And Johan replies, "I'm no expert, but I think you're..."
That was rhetorical, by the way, so YouTube, don't fuck me.
Confusing shock with excitement. And also maybe Muslims with Hasan's questionable life choices. Either way, his pup seems fine, so let's not get too worked up. Laura Loomer also then tweets out, "A petition for me to adopt Hasan Piker's dog. Or maybe I should just come rescue that dog." Girl with a microphone also screenshots Yeet's...
Oh yeah, girl with a microphone. She's the Alex the Fiction person. She's on Alex the Fiction's, like, orbit. I shouldn't say orbit. Orbit is usually for people that you, like, disrespect. I should say, like, within Alex the Fiction's community. Yeah, she's around there, those spaces, yeah.
By saying, imagine for 1 second if that it was Ethan on stream."
I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you, guys. I've been saying.
We actually don't have to imagine. We know how y'all reacted to the Giardia lie, which was completely manufactured by Bad and Banata.
Yep.
You don't have a leg to stand on here. And Windrider says, "The fuck?" Once again, Ethan is the first person to say that his household contracted Giardia. It started with him. He said it with his whole chest live on his show. What do you have to say about that?
That it literally... Oh my god. I don't understand how people are this fucking stupid. I don't understand it. How are people this dumb? Giardia is not a justification to call CPS on Ethan's kids and make up this lie saying that his kids roll around and shit. So yes, that part was a lie. And that's the part that it was. Getting Giardia is, like, a dog getting Giardia is super common. That's not a justification. And when you make comments like this, you're basically dog whistling that, like, Ethan deserved to have CPS called on him.
And Girl with a Microphone replies that he took his entire family to the doctor, got the facts, and updated everyone live the very next day. And y'all just keep saying this is stupid shit. Rev Says Desu quote tweets Yeet, but...
Oh no, not Rev Says Desu. Oh my god. Bro, I made a video on Rev Says Desu once with the Nyara VTuber person, which, by the way, I'm sure Nyara VTuber is going to come up later in this video, funny enough, so I guess I'll talk about that when we get there. But... Rev Says Desu is like a weird... Like, you shouldn't trust anything Rev Says Desu says. Rev Says Desu is like a fucking weird man pushing 40 with, like, a VTuber that's like a Lolicon model, and he's also completely fine with Lolicon, but he'll, like, virtue signal about, like, kids getting groomed into being transgender. Like, and yet he's completely fine with Lolicon. He, like, completely justifies Lolicon in, like, every way imaginable. It's so fucking weird. Like, don't ever trust a fucking word Rev Says Desu says. Just a weird right-wing grifter that loves Lolicon.
Saying, "It's sad that Hasan had to be caught in 4K abusing his dog for a sect of people to finally recognize this man for what he is." Drew Pavlo also tweets out the...
Oh god, Drew Pavlov is also, like, another weird person. Doesn't Drew Pavlov, like, hang around, like, what, Destiny's Kids a lot? Or Destiny's Kid, not Destiny's Kids. And, like, the fucking Destiny's Kid is, like, some weird groiper or whatever.
Up with the caption, "Hasan Piker screamed at his dog and applied a shock collar to her because she got up to stretch while he screamed, 'I fucking hate this country so much.' You cannot even make this up as a satire. He lives in a $3 million mansion in Hollywood. Just the absolute epitome of a spoiled brat leftist. It's like Mugado and Zoolander throwing scalding hot coffee on his assistant because he got the wrong order." Destiny tweets out, "First there was K9/11, now Dogtober 7th.
Dogtober 7th, that's right. It's so funny that this happened, like, 2 years after October 7th.
And he also tweets out this picture of Hasan saying, "Judge me by my enemies," and a picture of Kaya. Yeet also tweets out this clip from Nick Diorio with the caption, "Nick Diorio drops a warning about incoming Hasan fan obfuscation."
Reddit by the LSF mods. He's treating his dog like a Funko Pop. Oh god, dude. Oh god. And I'm remembering.
I mean, that is kind of true, yeah.
Who was the e-girl who spent like fucking $3,000 on Funko Pops of some guy's money or something? Or like their entire backdrop was like Funko Pop. I don't remember. He's treating his dog like a Funko Pop on a shelf, just something to be in the background of his streams. Stay on your 2-foot by 4-foot mat. Do not move for 8 hours, or I will shock you. Apparently, the dog does leave the mat sometimes. And that's like an okay thing. I don't. Okay, cool. So be careful saying that for 8 hours the dog sits there, because an asshole, annoying, like subhuman freak on Twitter will be like, actually, the dog sits there for 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 35 seconds a stream on average. I watch every Hasan stream, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. You're a fucking defamation artist or something. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Some like absolute subhuman wretch is gonna come try to correct you.
Yeech tweets out this clip with the caption, XQC puts on his commentator hat and does a play-by-play slow-mo of the Hasan Kaya clip. Thinks there's a 98% chance it's a shock collar.
I'm not even gonna be a hater. I'm giving it a fair chance.
Hasan the soy boy.
Also, not for nothing, but like XQC has been on like his detective art. Like with that David person, XQC literally was like the first one to discover that like David was releasing songs on that like the girl's birthday for like 3 years straight. He was releasing songs about her on the birthday. Like XQC was like the first one to discover that. And so like XQC has like really been on like some Dale Cooper shit from Twin Peaks.
Hand over. About to press. Still moving. Now goes forward. I'm assuming probably has let's say a Steam Deck, right? Hand forward. Now that was his arm forward. Now his hand going forward probably. See, a little bit more.
Go.
Bang! It would be in the next 3 frames.
Terrible.
Chat. The
I might
likeliness.
have wasted $5.
Chad, the likeliness of this being is like 98%. I'm not being weird. You see the arm movement, right? Looking.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it likely was him using a shock collar. That's still very fucking, like, disgusting. But also, like, I don't know, man. I get why people have, like... I saw Papa Gut had a take on this, and Papa Gut was like, you know... I guess maybe he's just... I disagreed with some of the stuff he says. I mean, he thinks animals are assholes, which I guess... You know what? I mean... That's his take. I have a different, like, I guess, perspective on animals than he does, but, like, I feel like another part of it is maybe he's just, like, fatigued from all the bad shit that Hasan has done. Like, Hasan just doesn't give a shit. Like, he thinks he can get away with anything. And so, like, I can understand from that perspective why people might be fatigued with everything Hasan has done, because Hasan just doesn't give a shit about anything. Like, he's a rich, snobby asshole who thinks he can get away with fucking anything. And he can, in theory. Like, I actually think he could get away with anything. Because his fucking chat and, like, his community sweep for him nonstop.
No more arm movement.
You got,
now.
like, snarkers, like fucking Taylor Lorenz and stuff. But like I said, I'm willing to bet if this was Ethan Klein, Taylor Lorenz would call Ethan a fucking dog abuser. It's abuse when Ethan has the dog contracting Giardia, but when Hasan uses a shock collar, completely fine. Totally fine. That's according to the snarkers, I guess.
A little bit more. Tiny bit more. A little bit more. Now it stops now. Guys, 99%. 99%.
Huge news for the unemployed.
It really do be huge news for the unemployed. It really do be. And especially considering the unemployment rate is increasing. The job market is kind of ass right now.
Stop.
So there's more unemployed motherfuckers.
But, if not, I will take it all back because
Christ, what are you?
they would be weird to accuse somebody like that. I'm just going with different people saying. People saying, hey, his dog has a shock collar. I think that's not okay. And that's kind of crazy. So I was more than to say, no way he has that. Because he's usually a sensible guy. But, it looks pretty like the jam thing in 99%.
Sure, yeah.
Michael replies, dogs don't just yelp for no reason. Anyone have John Wick's number?
Not John Wick. Oh no. I think John Wick might be a little overkill for this situation.
Ethan Klein then responds with tweeting out with a caption, Ethan Klein calls out Hasan for the Kaya clip. And it's Ethan posting the clip on his story with a caption.
Of course. I mean, like, to be fair, we have to understand that, like, I like Ethan Klein. He's taken a lot of W's this year. But Ethan Klein is, like, he's always been such a really petty person. He's extraordinarily petty, and so, like, I imagine his take on this is going to be a little bit petty towards Hasan. Not saying that Hasan, like, is okay. Like, Hasan doing this to the dog is not acceptable, but again, I'm just very, like, fatigued on it. I don't know.
Horrifying animal cruelty caught on camera by Hasan as he activates her shock collar for one tiny step off of her bed. She cries in pain. Poor baby. I always thought it was extremely bizarre that his young, energetic puppy never took a step.
I don't know if Internet Versus shows it in this video, but there was also a Reddit clip where Hasan literally pulled Kaya's tail. Like, I'm not even kidding. There's an old stream clip of Hasan doing that, and that's just, like, it's absolutely fucking crazy. Like, at the very least, it shows Hasan has very little regard for Kaya whatsoever. It's just, like, it goes to show he just does not care.
Off her bed. This has to be the result of some brutally strict training. Ethan also posted this on his Instagram story with the caption, This is deeply psychopathic behavior, exerting this level of control over a meek animal, and then turning his anger on her for crying out in pain. Very disturbing. Ethan also posted this saying the clip of Hasan admitting he owns a shock collar because he will try to deny this, obviously. And there's a clip attached. Here's that clip.
John.
Yeah, I mean, I keep saying it. Hasan is literally left-wing Donald Trump. Like, he does, think about it. Look at Donald Trump and everything he does. Anytime Donald Trump is presented with an allegation, Donald Trump denies it, like, and just lies all the time. Right? What does Hasan do when he's presented with an allegation? What does Hasan do whenever people try to talk to him about stuff? Like, Hasan just, like, endlessly denies it. I have been saying Hasan is literally just, like, leftist Donald Trump. And, like, all of Hasan's fans and orbiters are blue MAGA.
May wanted to use a shock collar. Or Fish and his dogs. For Fish and his dogs barking, I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective, but I couldn't do it.
Ethan also posts on Threads by saying, disturbing and sad. Hasan caught shocking his poor dog Kaya on stream. She stepped 1 foot out of her 1x1 foot bed and invoked his wrath. First, he shocked her, then got mad at her for yelping in pain. I always wondered how and why Kaya stayed in such a tiny space for the entire duration of Hasan's daily 9-hour stream, but now we know the answer. She was being abused. All for Hasan's vanity project of keeping her in frame like another prop in his set. Over on Leftovers,
I don't know why Hasan doesn't just use, like, a green screen on loop at that point. Like, if you're really like concerned about that, why not just get like a green screen with this exact background and have Kaya on loop in that background?
3. Raziar posted these screenshots with the caption, what is Ethan even talking about with Kaya? And Mike replies,
uh-oh, here come the snarkers. The snarkers are coming in. Here they come.
The LSF thread on this is going to surpass the one of Asmongold saying 85% of the country shouldn't be able to vote. That sub is absolutely fried. They know—
Why do people take fucking Asmongold seriously? Like, Asmongold has no fucking brain cells. Like, he literally just, like, doesn't have any critical thinking on literally fucking anything he ever talks about. Asmongold will just say whatever makes him money. Because Asmongold, like, grew up poor, and now he, like, has a platform on Twitch, and he's able to get, like, a ton of money. And so Asmongold is just gonna say whatever makes him more money. He's gonna say whatever his audience approves of at the time, wherever the fucking pendulum is at. Like, Asmongold literally, like, doesn't have any brain power on, like, anything he fucking says. Like, he just says, like, whatever, and then fucking people like Tectone will just look at whatever Asmongold's take is, and then he'll just regurgitate what Asmongold's take is. Because Asmongold just says whatever his audience approves of at the time.
oh, this is ridiculous bullshit. In the same way right-wingers know their cries about leftists inciting violence is BS. It doesn't matter. They have an agenda. Reminds me of a thread back in 2021. The first time I saw hate threads about Hasan, where they complained about him paying for this friend's dinner, said he was flexing his wealth a few months after criticizing him for not wanting to pay for some event Ludwig did. And Living Chef replies, mythic truth versus factual truth. Oldest fast trick out there. A lot of people make the mistake of assuming other people care about objective truth just because we do. But nah, that's bullshit.
Oh, we snarkers care about the truth is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
All that matters is what helps us win. So what helps us win must be true, because the end goal is the ultimate truth.
Oh my god, the ultimate fucking lack of self-awareness in a singular Reddit message or Reddit comment. Crazy.
They love nothing more than to bait well-meaning leftists or libs into these kind of conversations. It gets them off.
Destroying the libs with facts and logic.
And giant
Hypothetically.
and rat balls replies, dogs in their training are an easy medium because most people don't know a lick about behavioral psychology or the ethics of animal training. Own Trash says, I genuinely wish the
Own Trash? Own Trash? Interesting name.
absolute worst for this lying sack of shit and his subhuman morons of a cult. They are the stupidest people on the planet. They must have something restricting oxygen to their brains.
Oh my god. Dude, snarkers lack they have no self-awareness whatsoever. I'm convinced. Like, they are just stuck in a bubble and just refuse to listen to any other opinion other than their own. Like, snarkers are some of the most, like, terminally online fucking people ever. And they're, like, so unemployed, too. And that's coming from a fucking unemployed person.
And Not Your Peach replies, I mean, the Romulan Raider did say that both of them have brain lesions.
Romulan Raider, by the way, is Helic line, by the way. That's who they're talking about when they say Romulan Raider.
So this is a very probable reality. Imizaurus replies, Zionism. Not even once. Anissa Joma then posts Ethan's story.
Of course, our favorite person, our favorite lolcow's wife, who is also a lolcow.
And captions it by saying, I'm a big dog advocate. Love training dogs with positive reinforcement, as you can tell with Merlin and Fiona on Ian's streams. I've met Kaya. I saw Kaya while Hasan was streaming. She never had a shock.
I hope you didn't film OnlyFans with Kaya and then get fucking Your Movie Sucks in it, which, funny enough, Anissa Jomha knows Your Movie Sucks because both her and Ian went onto YMS's, like, podcast or whatever, or talk show or whatever the fuck it is.
Color on. She was good at her place command, but that's very easily accomplished with positive reinforcement. I would be very, very surprised if this was actually Kaya reacting to a shock collar.
Well, it was a vibration collar based on Hasan's own admission, so you're gonna eat those words very quickly.
Just because Ethan's a horrible dog owner and can't train his dogs worth shit doesn't mean other people are using shock collars. Marshall Outlaw
Wow, incredible.
replies with this.
Very insightful, Anissa. Thank you for your input. We really needed to hear your take on this. Miss the Holocaust wasn't that bad or something like that, or whatever the fuck her take was back then.
Screenshot in the caption, well, Ethan thinks it's appropriate to put a crown of thorns around his dog's neck, with a post from Leftovers H3 where someone says, why the prong collar, screenshotting Olive.
That's obviously not the same thing. I don't know, you could argue that it's like, it might be a little bit unsafe to put on the dog's neck, but it's not the same thing as using a shock collar. Very clearly so.
And Ethan replied saying, pronged collar is completely humane and has universal approval in the training world for big dogs. Chief weighs over 80 pounds. If he doesn't learn to not pull, he can seriously hurt someone. The reason we got it is because our trainer told us to. I don't know what you guys think it does. The edge is flat, not sharp. It just applies pressure so they know to stop pulling. When they aren't pulling, it feels the same as a regular collar. I would never do something that harms or hurts my dogs. Ethan then responds to Anissa by screenshotting her posts and captioning them by saying, what a pathetic piece of shit saying of a human being to immediately handwave away animal abuse and instead try to turn it on my 4 loved dogs. Anissa will erase this tweet after more evidence of Hasan's animal abuse comes to light.
Crazy.
CPS visiting my family. Anissa sleeps. Hasan caught abusing his dog on camera. I must defend my friend.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder, like, Anissa and Ian were completely fine with fucking co-signing the lie that Ethan's kids roll around in shit and CPS getting disproportionately called on him. So they were totally fine with that. But then when Hasan uses a shock collar for the dog, oh my god, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. I'm telling you, I guarantee if Ethan was using a shock collar, Anissa would have such a different take on this topic. She's a fucking robot, and she's, like, just not smart of a human being.
And Anissa then screenshots this and posts on her page, if you loved your dogs, you would teach them to stop shitting in the house.
Damn, that's crazy. Wouldn't you tell Ian to stop shitting his pants?
And Ethan screenshots this and posted on his story saying, if you loved your husband, you would train him to stop shitting in his pants.
Crazy. Fucking dude, Ian is always catching strays. Like, Ian is just the butt end of everybody's jokes. It's so fucking... And Ian thinks he's, like, doing something funny. By the way, speaking of which, Cameron F305 and, Ian are supposed to release content cop videos. Well, Cameron F305 is the real new content cop now. but Ian is supposed to release like a content cop like video, and I don't fucking know. It's obviously not going to be good, but hey, I'm down to goon to some more iDub slop.
Eat also compiles these posts.
I get that everyone's tired of iDub slop at this point, but he's just fun to make fun of at this point because him getting offended at everything is just like hilarious.
And captions it by saying, Ethan Klein responds to Anissa coming to Hasan's defense over the Kaya clip and calling Klein a horrible dog owner. And Flass the Turkey Sausage replies with this clip in the caption, Anissa was more intimate with that dog than she's ever been with iDubbbz.
Damn, there's iDubbbz with the bull! There's iDubbbz and the bull! Ian is never gonna run away from that joke. Ian... Poor Ian just gets cucked by literally everyone.
Anissa then tweets out, also Ethan Klein is a 5'7" at best. I repeat, Ethan is a 5'7" at best. The man claims he's 5'11", but he's my height. Why would he lie? Someone needs to
Okay.
look into this immediately. Whip out the tape measure live. And Penny Prince replies to this screenshot of an Anissa tweet where she says the last thing I will say on anything H3, and captions it by saying, it was in fact not the last thing she would say on anything H3.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean, they said they'd stop talking about H3, but they still talk about H3. And also, like, we knew this tweet was bullshit because iDubbbz just kept talking about H3 on the stream and, like, kept reacting to the stream just for, like, more content.
Special individual replies with this.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at this. Look at this. You see, like, Anissa's height, and then you see fucking Ethan's height. Like, look. Like, not for nothing, but, like, Ian's squeezing a couple of inches on Anissa. Both figuratively and literally.
Picture in the
Man, iDubbbz is never going to run away from the cuck jokes, like, ever.
caption, huh? And on the left here, it is all four of them, Hila, Anissa, iDubbbz, and Ethan. And then they edited them out to show Anissa and Ethan next to each other, showing the height difference. Ethan then screenshots this and puts it on his story. To be honest, you need to be a super fan to even make this joke. Ethan also continues by putting an old Anissa post on his Instagram story with the caption, no wonder this psychopath is defending Hasan, and calling me a bad dog owner based on nothing.
What is this?
And it's Anissa saying, our Rottweiler broke a window and jumped outside while we were out filming something. When we came home, we realized what had happened. It was the scariest 10 minutes of our life. Thankfully, though, someone put her in our backyard. Very, very relieved to know someone wasn't scared to approach her and knew where to put her.
I mean, I hate Anissa as much as the next person, but isn't that just like a normal mistake that happened? They couldn't have, like, kept track of the dog? Well, while they were, like, away from home. I guess maybe they didn't bring the dog where it was going. Like, usually you take your dog, like, everywhere when you, like, own a dog, right? Well, not everywhere, but still.
Ethan also puts this on his Instagram story, which is a Tom Ward post with a caption, you can tell she's terrified of him. And it's Tom Ward saying, people will look the other way on a lot of shit, but don't fuck with dogs. They're gonna come for ya. Watch out, Hasan, you vain piece of shit. He's treating his dog Kaya like she's a prop on the set who's supposed to lay still for 8 hours until he is done with his stream. She moves and he fucking shocks her on camera for everyone to see. Imagine what he's doing to that poor dog when the camera is off. Pink
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it's worse off stream.
Gia posts this clip in the HH production subreddit. Guest says the dog's collar is too tight. Was he about to say it's a shock collar? It's a ...
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Yeah, well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get 1. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
Dangerous Trip says, it's a lot of neck meat. Okay, so loosen the collar. The fuck? And MPY Bound says, right? That's the whole point of measuring it that way. And Awares says, right? And Somber Solace says, it's straight up a textbook narcissist / abuser verbiage. It's not that the collar is too tight. Her neck is just too fat. You see, it's her fault it's strangling her, not Hasan's.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But like I said, Hasan is just like, people are going to sweep for Hasan because like young fucking teenage girls think Hasan is hot or something in his chat. Or, like, fucking middle-aged, mentally ill women who are just unhappy in their own relationships or just unhappy. And so they, like, look at Hasan and just use him as, like, eye candy. That's literally the only reason people watch Hasan. Like, they don't watch him because they have similar political views. I mean, that's part of it, but it's definitely way more that, like, Hasan is just hot to a lot of these people.
Randrail also posts the same clip on the LSF subreddit, but it was removed by a mod. And Nella replies with,
oh, yeah, they've been, LSF has been removing a lot of posts about this topic.
This picture in the caption, "It's a lot of neck meat." An outrageous papaya replies, "I actually felt uncomfortable watching that. You could see her thinking WTF." View Marth says, "It would be wild if after all the crazy shit, the thing that gets Hasan cancelled is his dog." And Florfree says, "I wouldn't even be surprised. People don't play about dogs." And Russian Pravda replies, "One golden rule of filmmaking is don't kill the dog. John Wick had to kill like 50 people to make up for that."
More. It was more than 50 people.
And Greco-Roman replies, "I think you're underselling that number, Chief." Yeet also posts this clip of a close-up of Kaya's collar.
In the same positive association with Israel. So all this does is breed resentment.
And Anon Bitcoin replies, "Hasan forcing his dog to sit."
Oh, yeah. I know Diesel Patches used this as a thumbnail. This fucking picture is crazy. It's like fucking Thor decided to use the hammer on the fucking dog. It was just like shocking. And you can see the skeleton. That's terrible. That's terrible. Why does the fucking skeleton look like a Slinky? You know, like, you know that one character from Toy Story, which is like a dog Slinky? It's like that character. Bro, what the fuck is this?
In bed for hours so she can be a background prop for his streams is wild. Night Kitten says, "Honestly, he should take the collar off and show it. If he refuses to do it, that's sus as hell." Ethan Klein also puts this on his Instagram story, and it's just a screenshot of the dog wearing the collar. And then at the bottom here, there is a listing online, what looks to be Walmart or Amazon, saying Pat Pet shock collar with remote.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, there's like two different buttons, right? There's one that's like more of like a vibration, which is like an Xbox controller vibration, and then you can do like the actual shock setting, which is meant to inflict pain. And it was more than likely the shock setting because it was set way too high, and Hasan has it way too high because he just doesn't care.
For medium-large dogs training. Over on Hasan Piker, Fawn posted these screenshots though with the caption, "It is an AirTag collar. Go home. Your mother misses you." Attaching this screenshot of a close-up of the dog collar, and then this one with Kaya sitting on Hasan's lap, and then this other close-up as well, and then here is another close-up that they attach, and then here is a different picture zoomed in showing an AirTag collar. Here is another one that they attach to the post. They also attach this one on a smaller dog, and this more blurry picture. And finally, this picture also showing an AirTag collar. Opie continues the post, putting the screenshot a lot of people are using and that we also looked at earlier with a flashing light, then also
yeah, I mean, it kind of does look like there's a... Hold on. Yeah, it looks like there is a flashing light. I mean, who knows if it's real or fake? I mean, it's just a Reddit fucking post for all we know, but... I mean, it's pretty... Again, I'm not really going to question it too much because it's like, it's obvious Hasan more than likely used a shock collar, but at this point, it's just like, it's... Like I said, I'm very fatigued from, like, Hasan shit at this point. I'm just like, I'm so fatigued.
Putting the screenshot a lot of people are using and that we also looked at earlier with a flashing light, then also circling the same section saying, "I'm actually going to lose my mind. This isn't a blinking plastic box." In the clearer, well-lit footage of the collar, you can clearly see it is the collar adjuster. "Wait, what about the blinking plastic box under the AirTag? Where?" And Hush replies, "I saw Ethan's picture that had a bright green light edited in. This is maybe the stupidest way they've attacked Hasan, but I'd have bet on something since for October 7th. Mindless Channel says, "That AirTag is obviously wired with C4 and ready to blow at the press of a button. When will he face the consequences?" And Zealous Ideal says, "Kaya is Kamas." And Troy Abed in the Morning says,
Kamas?
"Kaya is living in her own battle royale." Sky Trash says, "We still haven't ruled out the possibility that Hasan has electricity mind powers." And Fawn replies, "Clearly he's using the AirTag as a conductor for his superpowers so he can hurt Kaya." And Sky Trash says, "That bastard." Wordbird says, "Y'all, I went over to LSF and I had no idea they were that crazy. They were literally doing forensic analysis to prove it's a shock collar. And then they move the goalposts and say Hasan is abusive because he yells, 'Kaya, plays.' They are sick in the head, bro, and also probably 75% bots." And Crazy Town Banana Pants says, "What gets me is the idiots complaining that all he did was look at Kaya when he heard her yelp and unironically..."
Yeah, I mean, we're probably not gonna get... I mean, I don't know, for sure. I mean, so far, like, as of the making of this video, there's not definitive evidence that he is using a shock collar, but at the very least... I mean... Hasan has a clip where he admits that at the very least it's a vibration collar. And the fact that Hasan is willing to admit that much, that it was a vibration collar... Here's the thing. Hasan doesn't have a good track record with telling the truth. Like, he lies all the fucking time. He's such a liar. He'll, like... He pathologically lies way too much. And so, like, him willing to say that it's a, fucking vibration collar... That, to me, and this could just be like a me thing, I get the feeling that Hasan is probably downplaying it a bit. It more than likely is a shock collar, at the very least. like I said, he doesn't have exactly a good track record with this kind of stuff.
You think not giving her cuddles in that moment is animal abuse. These people are so stupid. In Garfield 8, my dad says, yeah, that sub is fucking insane. Reddit investigators are truly the most idiotic and unhinged people on earth. Hasan then responded to the situation when he tweets out this clip with the caption, Hasan denies using a shock collar on Kaya, says that she clipped herself on something.
Yeah, I mean, what would Kaya clip herself on?
Oral arguments on Thursday.
Oh my
we should
God.
Note that new CBS
Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella people coming in here and screeching?
I'm not gonna believe that Hasan didn't know that this was blowing up before he started streaming. Like, Hasan is terminally online. Like, he's constantly checking on Twitter. He's constantly checking online about what people are saying about him. Like, he fucking... I just refuse to believe that Hasan didn't know what was being said about him. Like, I feel like this whole piece that he's doing right now is a bit performative.
Is that what's going on? Oh, classic. Oh. It started on D, then H3, then LSF is the classic pipeline. I'm gonna fucking die, dude.
Oh no, my life is so tough as a millionaire and people are saying mean things about me on the internet because I shocked my dog. Oh no, my life is so terrible. Oh.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also...
I mean, even if your dog is best trained, you can still be abusive to the dog. Like, you could still give your dog a ton of treats and still, like, hit the dog, in theory. Like, I'm not saying Hasan hits the dog. Like, I'm not saying that's what Hasan specifically is doing. But you could still fucking spoil your dog and, like, do good things for the dog and still be abusive to it, is my point.
The best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
And Tori replies to the clip by saying, okay, so he heard his dog get injured, didn't seem alarmed, and didn't check on her to make sure she was okay, and instead called her a baby and spoiled. And Clockwise
yeah, I mean, like I said, Hasan doesn't really care that much. I don't think Hasan regards anyone else's emotions. He just knows he can grift off of whatever he talks about on stream. He just doesn't really care.
replies that this is the right take. The collar being a shock collar will be debated endlessly with no real way to prove it. The response, or lack thereof, to his dog hurting themselves, even in his retelling, is still bad.
I mean, that is a good point, because for a while, like, there was no definitive proof that it was a shock collar until Hasan, literally, there's a clip of him admitting at the very least it was a vibration collar. I interpret that as a bit of a downplay to what he actually is doing, but yeah.
And Tori replies, every time our dog yelps, we go and check her and do a baby voice to make her feel better, even if it's something silly or dramatic. And Clockwise replies, literally, that's like the standard. Atuka says, the allegation is still alleged, but I mean, there's nothing on her bed for her to clip herself. So just a silly argument. Also,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what could the dog clip her paw on? And then Hasan admitting that it was a shock collar.
Doesn't explain why he allegedly looks like he was reaching for something IMO. Attaching this screenshot from the clip of Kaya on the bed, and then this screenshot of Hasan looking down as if he's reaching for something or just looking away. And Mark XRP says, my dog just happened to get hurt at the exact time I was yelling at it. Tectone also tweets out the clip we looked at earlier of Hasan talking about owning a shock collar and captions it by saying, here's Hasan admitting he owns a shock collar, since he once again looked his audience in the eyes and lied to your face. Again. Yet you will continue to suck the shit out of this man's ass when he doesn't give a damn about you and sees you as a dollar sign.
I don't know, man. I fucking hate Tectone so much. It's like every time I see Tectone tweet, he's like the most performative fucking person I've ever seen. And like I said, he just rage baits for attention. That's like literally Tectone's entire content strategy is just rage baiting for attention.
Froggy Tonic then screenshots this post by Tectone and responds by saying, John Rapisten, aka Tectone, known for abuse and using rape threats and bigotry to gain traction online.
Well, just to be clear, I kind of tuned into the Tectone story. It didn't really seem like Tectone was an abusive person. I know Tectone also had some sexual assault allegations. I don't know if that's true. I'm not really, like, it's kind of unclear if that was or true whatsoever. I wouldn't doubt that Tectone has been in a toxic relationship, though. I wouldn't doubt. Tectone is a pretty toxic person, so that I wouldn't doubt. But I know his dad had sexual assault allegations, specifically when his dad was serving the country. So that's obviously problematic.
Repost a clip of Hasan Piker recounting his roommate's desire to use shock collars on their dogs. Hasan said that despite owning it, he, quote, couldn't do it.
Wasn't fucking Froggy Tonic one of the people? What is it, like iDubbbz' editor or Ethan's former editor or whoever the fuck? They're like in the Hasan orbit, and they were like one of the people that was completely okay with Ethan getting CPS called on him. Like, wasn't Froggy Tonic one of those people?
And Troublemaker replies, we literally see a clip of Hamas Piker using a shock collar on the highest setting on his dog. Fuck right off. And Froggy replies with this image in the caption, wow. Max Powers
Crazy.
posts the clip on the Leftovers Age 3 subreddit with the caption,
I guess they're trying to be based.
Hasan responding to the Kaya LSF post. And Thanks Tula says, so incredibly stupid that people think this, to be honest. He streams for 7+ hours almost every single day of the year, and this is the first ever time it's been on camera. Lamau, these people are so delusional it hurts my brain. And Salty Halty says, they're pretending to believe it. That sub bans people who criticize Destiny or defend Hasan. Then post these clips and everyone pretends to believe it to make it go viral. There is a massive oversupply of lies about Hasan. But
so true. You guys are totally living within reality. Thank you so much for your valuable takes to society. You give really great contributions to society, Snarkers.
Really not that much.
Very, very valuable.
Demand. It goes viral amongst the same group of people who already hate Hasan. TPR says, this is pretty much becoming I can't prove there is a shock collar, but you can't prove there isn't ass statement. And Temporary Employee replies, yeah, why not go a step farther at this point? We don't know that Hasan doesn't put microscopic little pins covered in fire ant venom all around his floor. And Ursula Fox replies, I can confirm this. I am his fire ant venom dealer. Down to the Wire also posts a clip on the Livestream Fail subreddit with the caption, Hasan claims Kaya clipped herself on something while getting off the bed. Kaya was nowhere near something that she could clip herself on. Sionic Fee says, is he still alive? Just go take the collar off and show that it's not a shock collar.
Technically, Hasan did do that, but for some reason, Hasan did it on like the third response he made. There's like one stream response he did. We saw that earlier in this video. Then this is the second response where he says Kaya like obviously clipped herself or whatever and stuff like that. I think this was the second. No, I don't think this was the second. I think the second was like earlier today, actually. No, never mind. Sorry, scratch that. That's what I meant. My bad. And then the third response is like he finally shows the shock collar, and I'm like, why didn't you just do that in your first response? Why didn't you like fucking debunk it like right then and there? Why are you so scared to admit that it was a vibration collar? Why do you just feel the need to like downplay or lie about everything you talk about?
Photograph unable.
Like, why do you have to be so weird?
Replies with this image of Kaya laying down from the clip and then captions it by saying, he let her out of the room. So if he brings her back and shows us a different collar, and Dopa Down Syndrome replies, had to take this a screenshot earlier because some regard thought she wasn't wearing a collar at all, and instead she clipped her paw on something. I shit you not. Attaching the clip to a livestream fail subreddit, and then saying, the clip I got this from the other thread. He reached over and pressed something the moment she yelped. He 100% shocked her. And then there's this picture of Kaya. Throwaway because Doxers says, if she clipped herself on something, why wouldn't he go check? Even Forsen had the decency to check when that rat got stuck on some tape. And Cho Justice replies, he also didn't see what happened, so to brush it off with an immediate excuse is weird as hell. And Zermis replies, it's because he's obviously lying on the spot. If your dog yelps in pain randomly, I'm definitely checking to see if they stepped on something or need help. But he just says how annoyed he is that his mama spoilers her, as if you shouldn't be spoiling a dog anyway. Edit, he's caught. The collar blinks here. Attaching this screenshot which shows no light on the left and then a light on the right saying the next frame.
Yeah, I mean, again, I said it earlier in this video, we don't know if this is like Photoshop potentially, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt that it's real.
And just for context, this is
like I said, I'm leaning towards the fact that it is a shock collar. It's more than likely a shock collar, but it's like very fatiguing.
From a different clip from about 3 months ago, but this is the image attached. Sandy Cheeks tweets out, what the fuck is going on?
Whoa, the real Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob? That's crazy. You mean the Green Party person?
Why do people think
that joke was a callback, by the way? Go see my reaction to Sarah's TV's SpongeBob political alignment video if you don't get that joke.
Kaya has a shock collar, and Mike from PA replies, they are slandering Hasan. And
of course. Thank you, Mike from PA. Of course Mike from PA is gonna sweep for Hasan. Literally, Mike from PA said that Jews were a demonic race. Mike literally said Jews were a constructed ethnicity and a demonic ethnicity. Like, that's pretty fucking anti-Semitic. That's about as mask off as you can get. I know Mike from PA got banned for like a week on Twitch, but I feel like he deserves... I feel like that warrants a permanent ban. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that's That's insanely mask off. Like, I feel like something like that definitely warrants a permanent ban.
EB replies with this clip in the caption, I had the same question and then I looked at the clip in slow motion and it looks like Kaya got her claw stuck on the canvas of her bed. Attaching this slow-mo clip.
Kaya, please just fucking go.
No, doesn't look like it to me. The claw. Wait, hold on.
Fucking go.
Yeah, no, the paw was like just inside. There's no way it could have reached the edge of the bed whatsoever. There's no way the paw could have gotten stuck there. That doesn't really. I just don't buy that. I don't believe that. There's no way that that's the reason that she howled there. Also, we gotta love that Hasan Parker has the fucking Palestinian flag right next to his fridge where he keeps all of his Dr. Pepper and Coke. The irony is fucking writing itself.
Ethan Klein parody account replies by saying, if your dog yelped like that, would you call them a baby and spoiled? Staring them down while complaining about how they simply got to roam the house earlier in the day? Be honest, EB Basement. Is this your true self saying these things? Free yourself. It's okay. It's time. And EB says, that's funny because IMO Hasan should have reacted differently when Kaya yelped. I'm vegan, so of course I have a strong disagreement with him in terms of how animals should be treated. I just don't see the point of spreading false rumors with no evidence. You'd also post this clip with the caption, Hasan continues to deny the Kaya shock collar allegations.
It's going viral.
Oh yeah, this is the second response. This is the one I was talking about.
That they're claiming that the most well-trained and the most spoiled, best kept
That
out.
doesn't mean you're not abusing the dog, by the way. Just because you're the most well-trained and the most spoiled does not mean that the dog's not being abused. So Hasan's using a little bit of plausible deniability language here.
Dog on the planet is actually being abused by me, apparently. Because I gave her the place command while she was getting off, and then she yelped. These shadows don't know she broke the other beds? Yeah. She'd broken the previous bed. Bro, that dog is being abused. 4-hour streams every day of Hasan. I can't imagine. Yeah. And I suspect it's coming from, you know, some crazy haters. They said you shocked her with a button. Yeah. In my evil villain lair. Good thing I didn't hit the fucking trapdoor button instead on accident.
Incredible. Such a powerful response. I'm sure Hasan debunked all the allegations, right? Right?
She reviewed food online. She yelped. No, she went when she was getting off the bed. Because I assume she like either stepped funny or clipped her fucking foot on something. I don't know.
And he also tweets out this clip with...
You know, it's so funny. I feel like if Hasan didn't lie so much, I feel like people would be willing to be more charitable to him about this situation. But because all the charitability is just gone for Hasan, there's like no charity you can extend to him whatsoever. It's just so, like, no one wants to believe him because he's just known for lying so much.
XQC with a caption, XQC says he doesn't understand why Hasan is trying to gaslight over what happened.
I don't know why, like, to me it's fascinating. Like, it's not that crazy. People have their own secrets, we have their own private lives, but to have something on in the middle of the camera to happen, and then to try to gaslight everybody and say that it's wrong when it's provable in live motion is, it's just dumb. I don't get it.
Nicandros also tweets out this clip with the caption, just to toss a piece into this Hasan dog discourse. In an August 10th, 2023 stream, Kaya jumps up at Hasan's mom off screen, and someone in the chat suggests getting a shock collar. Hasan says it's unnecessary, and his chat reacts by calling the person a psycho, and many others ask if shock collars are even legal. Would it make any sense for Hasan to use a shock collar on stream when he knows his...
I'm pretty sure shock collars are legal in the US. That doesn't make it okay. I mean, legality and morality are two separate things, but I am pretty sure that shock collars, like, are legal.
Audience reacts this way, attaching this clip.
Literally saved their lives. And if you read it, Kaya, off, down, Kaya, Thanks, Mom. Damn, bro, your dog sucks. Take a week off for that. 27-month subscriber. Suck my dick.
Wow. That's fucking crazy. Damn, your dog sucks? I don't even think it was that bad of a sentence. What the fuck? That's crazy.
My dog is incredible. This is why shock collars are a thing. She's too far away to correct her behavior manually. She's not doing anything that bad. She's just jumping because she's excited to see my mom. And that's it. That doesn't mean that you can't remedy that situation. And you can certainly remedy that situation without a shock collar. What the fuck are you talking about? That is like... She's a 5-month-old dog. He's right, your dog's broken. Get a new one? Okay, shut the fuck up. Bunch of freaks in here, dude.
Kingdom of Heaven replies, who cares what he says? Just watch the video over a couple of times. The dog doesn't clip, nick, hit itself on anything, so the logical explanation is he shocks her into submission. Marcus replies to the clip by saying, yeah, he totally couldn't have changed his mind over the past 2, almost 3 years. Osteoferocious says, I swear I'm not saying this in a snarky way and would like your actual view. What do you think could have caused her reaction besides the shock? Do you find the caught nail thing to be a more viable explanation? And get the fuck out bitch replies, stepping wrong on her dew claw when getting back on her bed. Give me your use replies to the clip by saying, it would make perfect sense for him to use one and deny it. Carter says, I've seen almost this exact AirTag collar about 1,000 times. The light is just a reflection on the metal hook by the clip. I could be wrong. I've just never seen a shock collar AirTag combo with a tactical look like that. Attaching this collar, Sankla waterproof AirTag dog collar, and Pot replies, where's the big black box with a blinking green light with this collar? And OTDB says, it looks like an AirTag collar with a large palm buckle clip. There's no blinking green light. The collar reflected the studio lights. Attaching this image of Kaya with the collar and a different...
Oh yeah, it kind of does look like there's a green light on it, yeah.
Collar, now showing a clip.
I can kind of see that.
And Pot replies, for the record, you're saying this plastic piece is reflecting a green light without a diffusion. Circling specifically this part because this would be under the collar, which on OTDB's...
Can't you like loosen the grip on this though? It looks like you can like loosen the grip on like Kaya's neck because that one person says that the collar's too tight and you might be choking Kaya a little bit.
Post, it would be this section right here. And OTDB replies, nah, I think it's all speculation and conspiracy theorizing over poor quality footage and its deliberately manufactured drama being pushed to certain irrelevant slop tubers with an axe to grind. Attaching this image of Kaya with a bit of a higher quality image of the collar. You can take of this what you will. Nicholas Durio tweets out, while people are hard at work analyzing the forensic evidence of Hasan Piker allegedly shocking his dog, have you even considered there is an active genocide going on? Chocolate is CP.
True. I mean, that's what literally everybody was saying. I saw so many people use the excuse, why are you criticizing Hasan when there's a genocide going on? There were people legitimately using that excuse. And people need to stop using Palestine as a shield to, like, against all criticism. Like, Hasan does this shit all the time. They'll pull the genocide card being like, guys, why are you focusing your hate on me when there's a genocide going on? There's so many fucking people that do that shit, and it's so irritating. You're not actually helping Palestine when you do that shit. I hope you realize that. Like, you actually make the cause look so much worse.
Blood diamonds, factory farms, cobalt mines, Gaza Strip, gender-neutral bathrooms, nice try, Diddy, Epstein flight logs, animal breeding, industrial complex, American healthcare CEO Drake. Ah! Shout out to our tier
Incredible.
Tier 3 members, internet representatives, Akiko, Sal Salad, Coldest Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
All right, that was a situation and a half. All right, there's a Twitter clip that Yeet posted of Hasan's third response showing the shot collar. I guess before the video ends, I'll just, like, watch this clip. It's like 2 minutes, 11 seconds, so we'll just watch it. Just to, if we're arguing in good faith here, this is Hasan's, like, third response.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it.
I don't know why Hasan, like, listen, if Hasan is, like, showing the shot color, I guess the vibration color, as Hasan calls it here, I don't know why Hasan didn't just do this in his first response to this. Why didn't Hasan just do that?
That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost, you are able to, it emits a sound.
I mean, okay, I guess. Allegation disproven, I suppose. I guess.
Okay?
I don't know. I mean, it could just be Hasan lying about it. It's definitely sus, but I mean, it's whatever. Like, at this point. Is there, like, anything else to this clip? Hello? Okay, he's back now. I skipped ahead when he comes back.
There are days where Kaya doesn't wear a collar. There are days where she wears a different collar. Okay? This, in and of itself, doesn't actually work in the way that you think it does. Okay? Here. This
I mean, you said it was a vibration collar, no?
is the flashlight. Okay? And this is when it vibrates.
Okay. I guess allegation disproven, I suppose. I mean, listen, this is still an ongoing story, so if there's any updates, I'll try to cover it on the channel, but that's about as definitive as we're gonna get. And, I don't know, man. I'm just very fatigued from Hasan. Like, Hasan has done so much bad shit. He's admitted to so much bad shit that it's just like, I'm almost just, like, not fazed by it anymore. Like, he's literally just left-wing Donald Trump.